Good afternoon, traders. Hopefully, everyone is having a good day today. All three market indices down today. Now, before I get into the show, I really do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. If you're not a subscriber and you happen to be watching the show, go ahead and subscribe. I really do think you're going to get a lot of valuable information from my technical analysis. All right, before we move on, I do want to thank one subscriber in particular, Peyton. Thank you so much for the great comments that you leave. I really do appreciate it. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave them down below, and I will make sure to get right back to you with those answers. All right, guys, as you know, today is Friday. We are going to go over the SPY like we normally do. Then we are going to go over the three stocks that I did mention yesterday. And then we are going to go over Eric's best Sunday picks from last Sunday and see how they fared for the week. All right, guys, with that, let's go over the SPY. All right, so guys, as you know, we did do a 52-week high yesterday. And if you remember from yesterday's show, I did say, there's a high probability that we're going to test one of these moving averages right down here. And sure enough, today we did test that 10 SMA right there, guys. But look at this, guys. We went right below. We did try to test that midpoint Bollinger Band. We defended it real nicely. Traders stepped in and bought it right back, and we did close above that 10 SMA. So what now for next week, guys? Just watch these key levels. I do have one concern. So after making that 52-week high back here on December 9th, we came back down. We tested that midpoint Bollinger Band, made a higher high, guys. Now we look like we want to retest that low of December 14th of 364.47. So if we start closing below that that low on sometime next week, we're going to have to see this whole move was wrong, and we probably see lower prices going forward. Okay, guys, nothing to really be concerned about. These are part of normal market cycles. We come back, we come down, we retest certain levels, we give other traders a good opportunity to come back, to come in and buy the market. Okay, guys, but it's really critical to remember these key levels and trade off them. Okay, guys, that is the SPY. All right, guys, with that, let's go over the three stocks that I did mention yesterday, and then we will go over rather the three stocks from Sunday's best picks. Okay, with that, yesterday's first stock that I had mentioned was SAVA, and if you remember from yesterday's show, I did say this was looking really interesting and to be a buyer above today's high today. And unfortunately, we did not make that high, or we did not take out yesterday's high. Therefore, it was a no play. So if you're in the name, guys, we did close right near this, 10 SMA right here. Watch for, maybe if we take it out, some support right down here at this midpoint Bollinger Band, guys. But I really do think as this 50-day moving average starts coming down, this 10 SMA, if we could get a little bit of a bid, we start crossing that 50-day moving average, this stock is really going to move. Okay, that is SAVA. No play today. Next stock that was also a no play, CVM. So if you remember from yesterday's show, I did say be a buyer above yesterday's high. Unfortunately, we did gap up. We tried to go up there. Look, guys, I do have my alert set. Did not trigger, therefore it was a no buy. I'm a little concerned how we closed below that 50 and 200-day moving average. This is kind of an inflection point. To me, it looks like the stock, barring any news from the company, this may want to drift lower. Again, guys, one PR from the company, this stock will go flying. So again, unfortunately, we don't know if that news is there or if it's ever going to come out. So to me, in the short term, it will probably drift lower. Okay, that is CVM. Next stock that we did mention that was also a no play was RXT. Here we go, RXT. Have my alert set from yesterday's high. Did not trigger. It did take out yesterday's low. So again, if we start taking out today's low on Monday, watch for a more of a retracement. Hopefully it'll, to me, it does at some point hit this midpoint Bollinger Band, because I do really like this uptrend that we've seen since early to mid November, and hopefully we can get in at a good price and continue this uptrend going forward. Okay, guys, that is RXT. All right, with that, let's go over Eric's best picks from last Sunday and see how they did. If you know the show, One in particular did really well. That is VUZI. Let's bring this up on a weekly chart. Excuse me. So VUZI, I did mention it on Sunday's show. You could go back and watch that show. Everything is documented. Everything is still on my channel. So if you want to go back there and check it out, please be my guest. So VUZI did open at 443 on Monday, and it did close at 831. That is almost, guys, a 100% gain. I'm very, very happy with this trade. Loved the setup. Again, if you don't believe me, go back and check that Sunday show out, and see what I had said about it. Next stock that I did mention last Sunday was DOC. This one had opened up at $18.02, closed at $17.97, or down about 3 cents, relatively unchanged. Going forward, I still kind of like it. I'm not going to give it out for next week, but if you are in the name, watch it very carefully. If we could start getting a little bit of a bid, if we could start taking out this week's high of 1843, watch this to continue to go higher. Next stock in the name that I had mentioned was SAVA. Yes, SAVA was also one that I had mentioned from Sunday's show. This one, unfortunately, probably more had to do with the tailwind. It had opened up at $8.15, closed at $8.04, so it was a loss of 11 cents. Again, this probably had more to do with the overall market being down. Had a little bit of a headwind, so it couldn't really continue to go higher. Did make a high of $8.54 yesterday. I thought this was going to be another winner, but unfortunately, this one sold off with the rest of the market. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Friday afternoon. My name is Eric, and you can reach me at either leaving a comment down below or at eric@valueareatrader.com. And if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and do so. I really do think I provide a lot of valuable information from my technical analysis, and I think you'll do really well by watching the show, learning from the show, and eventually, hopefully, you can learn the methods that I use, and you can trade your own setups. All right, guys, please subscribe. Join me on Sunday for my next 3 picks. I can't guarantee they'll be like VUZI, but I have one that has that same potential. So please join me on Sunday, subscribe, and remember, have a great weekend and trade smart and be safe.